Hello and welcome to all. In this time of coronavirus, I hope all of you are taking enough precautions, keeping yourself isolated. I am at this some isolated place in the farmhouse. So while we are waiting for the corona pandemic to get over, why don't we do something creative, something useful? So while I was thinking that we should learn how to design a solar system for your own house. And I'm sure there are hundreds and thousands of people who would like to design a solar system for their own house. I'm going to make it activity based so that at every episode I will give you some activity and I will ask you to work on that activity, and step by step we can learn how to design a solar system for your home. It does not require any background, so if you do not know anything or you know little bit about solar energy, it is still fine, we can do that. Alright, so let us get started to learn in step-by-step manner how to design a solar system for your own home or for others. And I believe that if you learn how to design a solar system, not only that you can do it for yourself, but you should be able to do it for others. And this knowledge you would be able to use even to run your own business in case if you're interested. So let's get started. Step number 1. Whenever we talk about energy or electricity, we should be able to differentiate between energy and power. And energy and power are two different things, which many people, even well educated, tends to make a mistake. So energy is different, power is different. So let us look at the power first. What is power? So if we have to cover a distance of 1 kilometer in 10 minutes, and in other case we have to cover the distance of 1 kilometer in 5 minutes. When you want to cover the distance in 5 minutes, you have to run faster. So in both cases, when you cover the distance in 10 minutes or 5 minutes, your total energy requirement will remain same, but your power requirement will be different. In case of 5 minutes, you have to run faster and your power requirement will be higher. So same thing when it comes to electricity. In our home, there are many appliances that needs electricity. So those machines which run faster or even harder, we can consider that they are taking larger power, they require larger power. So therefore, number 1, we should be able to differentiate that power is different, energy is different. So many appliances, when we go to the market and buy them, we refer to them in terms of power rating. You know, what is power rating of LED bulb, what is power rating of fan, what is power rating of motor pump, etc. So these are the power ratings. Now, where you get the power ratings? You can get this power ratings on the appliance itself. When you buy the appliance will be mentioning what is your requirement. So the power ratings are there on the appliance itself. So what is the unit of power? It is in terms of watt. So for example, when you are talking about LED, the LED requirement will be 1 watt, 2 watt, 5 watt, or if it is fan, then it will be 20 watt, 50 watt, 70 watt, and so on. So the ratings are given in watt. The bigger appliance, like bigger water pump, will require more power. The smaller water pump require less power. The bigger fan require more power. Smaller fan requires less power. So the exercise I want to give it to you is to find out what is the power rating of all the appliances that are in your house. Okay, so what is the power rating of your lights and fans and TVs and refrigerator and washing machine, etc. So do that as an exercise. The table which I'm showing in the screen, this is the format of the table. You can fill up this table and upload on this very same place as a comment. Or if you still doubt, you can write back to me, I will clarify. One thing I would kind of warn you that maybe when it comes to refrigerator, it will not be easy to find the power rating. So you can take help of internet, find out the power rating of all your appliances. and get the power rating ready, so that in the next lecture, when I'm going to talk to you regarding how much electricity a given appliances consume, we will make use of this knowledge about how much power they are consuming. So once this list of your appliances is ready, once the power ratings are ready, we'll go to the next step in the next episode on how to calculate electricity consumption of an appliance for a given day or given month. Till that time, thank you very much for watching this. I hope you really like this channel, and if you liked it, do subscribe it and click on the icon button so that you can continuously get the updates about the next step on the solar system design. Till that time, take care and be safe, stay home, and do the homework and get ready for the next step. Thank you very much.